Hey everybody, Matt Boyle here, and today I want to give you a demonstration of Chinese Champions vocabulary card game. For the purposes of today's demonstration, we're going to assume that both players have just a basic beginner's knowledge level of Chinese and or card gaming, and that both players have their own deck to battle with. Okay, let's get started. To start the game, you can roll a dice to see who should go first. And let's just assume that's me. And what I would do is I would draw this card and pronounce the name of it in Chinese. So this one's Baby Dragon, Wa Wa Long. And after I draw the card and read the name of it, I can use its rule text if possible. So the rule text for Baby Dragon says that once during my turn I have to roll a dice, and if it's a 5 or higher, I have to throw out a card that's on the field. So I don't have a choice, I actually have to do that for Baby Dragon. Let's say I roll the dice and it's a 3. Obviously that's not a 5 or higher, so I don't have to throw out any cards. After that, I don't have any other cards right now, so that's the only thing I can do, so it goes to the other player's turn. So the second player starts their turn in the same way. They draw a card and they pronounce the name of the card. In this case it's Xiao Ye, little leaf. And the reason we're drawing the cards and pronouncing them this way is again because we're assuming that the players are beginners, and that's just a moment for you to acquaint yourself with the cards, the translations, and how to say them. So Little Leaf's rule text is that she can protect herself and other cards that this player has. So she can't really use that rule text right now, it's just a protective rule text. So that player's turn would be over and mine would begin. Alright, let's go through another round. So this player draws a card and it's the Goblin. In Chinese, Ge Bu Lin. Goblin. The Goblin can steal other objects, but there's no objects on the field right now. However, I still do need to do Baby Dragon's rule text. I have to do that every turn, as you recall. I don't have a choice in that. So let's say this time I roll the dice and it is a 5 or higher. Let's say it's a 5. That gives me a chance to throw out one card on the field. So I can take a crack at knocking out Little Leaf. So if you remember, Little Leaf has a protective rule text. She can attempt to protect herself. But she has to roll a 4 or higher to do that. So let's say the person rolls a 6. Okay, then that means Little Leaf has protected herself and she can stay on the field. So this player's turn is over and we go back to this player. Let's do one more turn over here. This time it's seed. 种子, seed. Okay, and seed's rule text is that every time you call an earth card, then you can add 1 point to the card. Calling is when you draw a card and say its name. So every time you do that for an earth card, you can add a point to seed. So the game would go back and forth like this, and the goal is to reduce your opponent's number of cards or points and increase your own, so that at the end of the game you have the most cards and the most points. Every card is automatically worth 1 point and can possibly accumulate more during the game. So let's say we went through the game like this until there was no more cards left to draw. That signals the end of the game. So let's say that during the course of the battle all these cards were eliminated and they're in the discard pile or the trash pile. And let's say the same has happened to this player. Okay, so let's say we've reached the end of the game and these are the only cards that are left on the field. Now probably Seed's going to have accumulated a few points during the game. Let's say, who knows, let's say Seed accumulated 3 points. And let's say, for example, Baby Dragon was able to knock out Little Leaf and she's gone. Okay, then Seed is worth 1 point automatically it's accumulated 3, so this player has 4 points altogether. And on this side, this player has 2 points altogether, so this player would be the winner. Again, in one version of this game, the game is over when you have no cards left to draw, then you tally up each player's points and you see who has the most. So that in a nutshell is how you play this game if you are new to Chinese or new to Chinese Champions card game. But what I want to show you in the next video is what happens once you become more familiar with the rules of this game and the Chinese vocabulary involved in this game. How do you play? Well, that's when your memory of Chinese vocabulary really gets put to the test. So stick around for the second video where I tell you just how we do that. Thanks for watching.